Welcome to the new academic year. I'm Sean Bennett, founder and director of ISLA Academy, and this is the first video in a series that I will be sharing with you for the rest of this year. I'm going to walk you through all of the essential parts of the ISLA philosophy and methodology. I'm going to talk about how we do things and why we do things so that you have language and ways to understand how to connect with your child and how to speak about all of the incredible things that are happening here during the day with your family and with your friends. I'll also answer a lot of the most frequently asked questions, primarily about the differences between the industrialized education that most of us experienced when we were children, the one-size-fits-all methodology that we are not offering at ISLA Academy. Instead, we offer a personalized learning approach, one that values each child in their own unique and individual way. Think of this series as a guide for you to understand everything about ISLA, how it works, and why it works. And before the year starts, I thought it would be most important to talk about what has been happening before the first couple of days of school to lay the foundations and to set the stage for the arrival of the students. For the last several weeks, all of the ISLA staff have been together, training, collaborating, and creating. They've been learning philosophy and methodologies, understanding how to use new platforms, working together in their team to build their upcoming units, setting up their classrooms so that they feel warm, inviting, and student-centered. It's one of the things that I think so many of the ISLA staff love about being a part of ISLA, is that we also recognize that our teachers and our staff are learners just like our students. We recognize that education is not static and that it's always evolving, and that we're excited to learn new things. We're excited to make sure that we always understand best practices and that we can implement those for our students. In many industrialized traditional models of education, the first few weeks of the school year can feel like a race. You got to get through the first few chapters of the book. We want to see if our class is ahead of your class. But at ISLA, it could not be farther from the truth. When we start our year, it's all about orientation. It's our number one priority to build community in our classrooms and to ensure that our students know how to operate within that context. We want them to feel independent and knowledgeable about how to learn, not just what to learn. And while they're learning about that, our teachers are learning about the students. They sit down individually and in small groups with each student in their classroom to evaluate and assess their specific needs. Not only what their strengths are, but where they need extra support and what they feel about themselves as a learner. It's only then can we create personalized instruction that meets the needs of each one of our students. We do not look at our classes as a one-size-fits-all model. And so it's imperative in these first several weeks that we get to know each one of them and that we try our very best to create a space where each student is valued and each student has the opportunity to learn what they need to learn, what they want to learn, and what they're capable of learning. And it's not just the teachers that have been setting up and preparing over the last few weeks. Our entire staff has been busy, from preparing the campus, organizing the rosters, ordering materials, finishing admission processes, communicating with families, getting our grounds clean and ready for everyone. It's a whole team effort, and it's a beautiful feeling to collaborate in a united form across the entire staff. Because we want our students and our families and everyone who walks into our campuses on the first few days to feel welcome, to feel invited. We want those spaces to be designed intentionally and with purpose. They make and foster experiences that are unique and individual for each student, and they create a sense of community in the class. This can be said to be the most exciting time of the year. And if any of you are older and remember what it felt like before the first days of school, I think one of the things you remember most is that feeling of excitement and giddiness and possibility. And we feel the same way here. In the next several videos in this series, I'm going to talk about a lot of the unique and individual things that we do at ISLA. Things like, what is a hook? And what is project-based learning and how does it really work? What are the essential questions and the big idea? And all of those things in between. So stay tuned. I really appreciate you finishing this video and watching. We are so excited for the year. Let's go.